Okay, so let's talk. Yeah, this is it. Waking up in the morning, doing all these things, and then what? Life goes on. No extra with God. There is no more with God. You actually don't know the benefits of staying with Him, do you? Let me show you something. Can you please go through this? You see, God created man in His image and likeness. He breathed upon our nostrils and man became a living being. Means our God is a spirit. And Him breathe upon us makes us a spirit being, because that is the DNA in us, that we are born of God. And the password for every spirit to live in this world, it's the flesh. Confirmed in John 1 verse 14, He said, and the Word, God, became flesh and dwelt among us. He is living in us, and we are living in the flesh. Does that ring a bell? Makes sense to me why the scripture says we are ambassadors for Christ. We are God's special agent, a citizen of God's kingdom, representing truth and light in a world of deceit and darkness, called to proclaim, to direct people to obedience, and to live lives that are full of testimonies of faith and commitment. Does that sound like a purpose why we are on this earth for? Listen, if you're just hearing this, or you've heard this, and if you must fulfill this purpose, then you have to be in a place. Oh yes. And that place is secret. That place is sacred. It is secret because it's a place where the lost is found, where burdens are lifted, a place where a nobody is picked from the dungeon and is set for the world to see, a place where identities are discovered, where purposes are discovered, where potentials are discovered, a place where one's life is beautified with glory, a place you will go and you will see yourself operating in the days of the servant who discover another 5 talents for himself. A place you will go, and when you are out, the world will accept what God has bestowed upon you. A place you will go as a worshiper and you begin to have melodies. A place you will go as a pastor and there will be an evidence of the manifestation of the power of God and a healthy revelation of His word. A place you will go as an usher, and when you come to church, you will be the first to detect powers the enemies has designed to attack. A place you will go as a member and you become a spirit that is attracted to the Spirit of God. A place you will go and you will see yourself operating in dimensions and exploring in dimensions. A place you will go and you transcend to the holies of holies. A place you know the mind of God, and a place you have access to God. And guess what? That place is not. If you are here and you know that charity begins at home, then you will know that the secret place is your space between you and your Father, to commune, to bond, to connect, to have relationship, to have fellowship with the Father and no one else. It's that place you go when you have the opportunity to mount the stage or to do the will of the Father and say, Lord, not my will but yours, not my way but yours. How you fortify yourself in the spirit determines the outcome of your manifestation in the physical. A nation will drink from you. And what nation if the well is dry? And when the ministration fades away, when the sermon is done, when the outreach is done, the place you will go, people are clapping. Oh, I like the way you touched my soul. It's that place you run to and say, God, you take all the glory. It's the place you go when you are troubled and heavily laden, when you feel bad, when you feel like it, even when you don't feel like it. Joyous days, good days. You see, the scripture says, he who dwells in the secret place, he who stays in the secret place, he who hides himself in the secret place. Unfortunately, I cannot say shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, because we want to take a break and look at he who abides in the secret place of the Most High God, and that you are dwelling in the secret place. He said he is the vine and we are the branches. He who abides in him and him in you bears much fruit. There is an evidence that shows forth that you are dwelling in the secret place of the Most High and that you are abiding under the shadow of the Almighty. Fruit. Yes, fruit. People know you to be the person who loves God the best. You are always there in the church when you are needed. You clean the church. Or you can interpret the scripture because you are so damn educated. Follow me. Or you can be that person that is so zealous for the work of God, but not according to knowledge. And that knowledge about God can be revealed to you in the secret place. Open up your capacity. Open up your space for God to fit in. How can you? How can you be so content ministering the word without his power? How can you be so content operating in the space that God has called you into without the evidence of his power? He said, greater things we will do. Signs and wonders are ours. When was the last time burdens are lifted because of you? When was the last time the space that God has called you into, your ministry that God has called you into, has changed the life of someone? Go back to the secret place. Go back to the secret place. And know that a city that is set on a hill can never be hidden. Thank you.